March Madness, a 19-day basketball tournament filled with many hundreds of kids just like these. Now, despite their amazing basketball talents, there's nothing separating these kids from us. They're the same age as us, attend many of the same classes as us, stay in dorms just like we do, and even attend schools with some of our friends. However, in just a few weeks, these students will be trying to prove their talents in front of millions and millions of people. Now, you may already know about this tournament, but for those of you who don't, it is a 68-team single elimination basketball tournament, meaning if you lose, you no longer play. There's no consolation bracket or loser's bracket. Now, these 68 teams are some of the best across the nation in many different conferences from the NCAA. Now, today, I'm not going to be going over the logistics of the tournament, but instead the economic benefits and drawbacks that the tournament creates. First of all, businesses begin to thrive during this time. Local businesses like bars, news stations, and casinos generate mass amounts of revenue from this tournament. Simon Orgus conducted a study, and he stated in his article on Forbes in 2016 that Dayton has seen nearly $66 million poured into its local economy since 2001. This is because the Dayton, Ohio team here has made the first round of the tournament over the past several years. In an additional study in the Wichita Business Journal, Mazzullo said in 2004 that many local businesses such as Hero Sports Bar and Channel 12 KWCH have generated mass amounts of revenue from foot traffic and airtime. The top picture is the Hero Sports Bar, in which you see many people packed up watching the games. This shows how much the tournament does for the states and cities who have teams that are participating in this tournament. Not only does it come from those watching the game, but money also comes in from those betting on the game. According to Alm's article in the Knight Rider Tribune in 2005, the state revenue has grown 10.1%, and many casinos have surpassed their state records during this time. Now, I'm not condoning gambling, and I'm not telling you to go out and drop $1,500 on Duke making it to the Final Four, but the money that is gained from this gambling can be reinserted into the economy and used to stimulate the local community. It's not all good when it comes to this tournament, however. It does create some problems, mostly in the workplace. The New Orleans City business staff reported in their newspaper in 2007 that $260 million is getting paid to unproductive workers, and that $1.2 billion can be expected to be lost over this 19-day event. Now, I'm not the greatest at math, but that is a lot of money per day. This just shows how people are watching these games instead of doing their jobs or what they're supposed to be doing. And it doesn't just stop in the workplace. You see the same situation happening in high schools and middle schools all across the nation. I know specifically for me, we were given iPads from the school, and during this time, the school installed blockers that blocked all the necessary streaming apps and everything else that would help us watch these games. An article from Newswire in 2009 said there are 6.5 million hours have been streamed on the March Madness app, shown here. Now, during these 6.5 hours, people could have been doing something productive, like a job or working on school. However, they are watching the games instead. And there have been 2.5 million clicks on the boss button. Now, what the boss button is that light blue button on the left side of the screen towards the bottom. And what this does is when a teacher or a boss is walking up to you, you can simply click the button and it'll jump you to a page like this. It'll make it look like you're doing something productive when actually you're just watching the basketball game. Now, this can cause many problems because it creates an easier way for people to get away with watching these games instead of doing their job or focusing on their schoolwork. Now, the next time you watch one of these games, I don't want you to just think about the players and the teams that are participating, who you want to win to better your bracket, or where you may have friends going to school. Instead, I want you to think about everything else that this tournament could be affecting, how it's benefiting the economy and maybe inhibiting the economy, and even the businesses that are being affected by this tournament. Thank you.